is high intensity sprints. We'll be running from over there to the goalpost, and then we'll be walking back. So go!
I don't think that one was very good.
Why? You not follow it?
Yeah, but like, it just looked a bit weird.
We'll zoom out a little bit.
I did. Okay. Stop.
So, we're going on a walk now. I am sweating a lot. Here's cameraman Josh.
Nope. It's unusual to be this hot in England, I tell you.
It's too hot. I'll be back in a second. So, this is where I'm going. Done about 2 miles so far. There is a car coming. It's really damn hot. Really, really damn hot. Leading the way. How do you turn this thing off? There we go. Hello YouTubers, it's just a quick video really. Sat in my car waiting to go into uni. Lovely day outside, by the way. One of my subscribers has asked about the food. He goes into a supermarket and is unsure about what food to buy. Obviously there's a lot of channels out there at the moment which give you advice on the foods, etc. But the main difficulty is that they live in America, so it's hard to relate to these Americans who are buying foods that we can't buy, and at a lot cheaper price. I remember I was watching Matt Ogus. He was saying about how strawberries are so much more expensive when he was in the UK than and things like that. Vitamins, etc., are so much more expensive in America. Basically, what foods you should be looking at. I'll put a list at the bottom to explain what foods you should be looking at. So yeah, like I said, I'll put a list at the bottom. But what we'll start off with, it'd be good if you got a pen and paper now, if you're interested in this. Obviously, if you're not, it's absolutely fine. You will start off with proteins. So you need to look at protein sources. Obviously meat is a very good protein source. So obviously you've got things like prawns, very low in carbohydrates, very low in fat, just completely protein. Any kind of fish really is very high in protein, very low in anything else. You've also got things like obviously chicken, beef. In places, in supermarkets in England, you've got your cooked meats that they're really good, like the wafer thin chicken, the wafer thin beef, turkey. You know, they're all good. Just look at the macronutrients at the back. what you need to be looking out for is, it depending on what your goal is really, but you really want to get proteins which are lean, so basically means low in fat, high in protein, low in carbs. So a lean meat would be chicken, beef, turkey, etc. But you want to make sure when you're buying these products that, say for example, you buy this processed wafer thin ham or whatever, or chicken or turkey or whatever, it needs to be low in fat and it needs to be low in carbs, because if there's too much naturally there's no carbs or fat. Well, there's some fat in chicken, etc., but naturally there shouldn't be that much in the food basically. So what you need to do is look at the macronutrients on the back, look at the fat intake, look at the carbohydrate intake, and obviously most importantly look at the protein intake. So they're other kind of proteins. Now you can get other proteins from different sources. Milk's a good one, skim milk. You can actually buy the Almond Breeze almond milk. You can get it for about a litre for about £1. That's a good source of protein. Not as high in protein as cow's milk, but it's still a good source of protein. Also look at tin things. Tin tuna is a good one. I eat a lot of that. Tin beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, things like that. You know, reasonably decent in carbohydrates, but also very good in beans. Pinto beans, they're really good. So yeah, that's about it for protein sources. Your next source is obviously, you want to be looking at carbohydrates. A good source of carbohydrate, I mean, these are the common ones. You've got your vegetables. I mean, they're quite low in carbohydrates, but they're mainly carbohydrates, but they're mainly water as well. You've got your sweet potatoes. That is my favourite carbohydrate, sweet potato. Fantastic. It's like eating an apple, full of vitamins, full of everything that you need, and reasonably low in calories as well, which is fantastic. You can have loads of it, and it's very low in calories. I have chickpeas. They're high in protein, high in carbs. If you can buy foods that are high in carb, if you're looking at carbs and trying to get higher carbs, if you can buy foods that are reasonably high in carbs and also high in protein, every meal should include an amount of protein, a source of protein. I would suggest, what else do I eat when it comes to carbs? Rice cakes. In England, Snacker Jacks. I usually go for the chocolate or the salt and vinegar ones. There are organic wholemeal rice cakes, but they're very hard to get in supermarkets. They don't seem to ever have them, and they're called the Kallo, spelt Kallo, wholemeal rice cakes. They're really good. It all depends on what your goal is. If you're cutting calories, you wanna be choosing foods that are going to fill you up, high in fibre. And that are reasonably low in calories, because obviously if you're counting calories to lose weight. Brown rice, brown pasta, dried pasta, it's 50p for like 500 grams. That's a really good source of carbohydrate, reasonably high in calories though, so just be careful there. And that will be about it really for carbohydrates. Just make sure you're getting your fruit and vegetables in. 2 a day each one, 2 fruit, 2 veg. Make sure you get your wholemeal sources in, so wholemeal bread, wholemeal rice or brown rice, wholemeal pasta, those kind of sources. And that is basically what I eat really. Now fats. If you're bulking or you're cutting, it all depends really on what fats you get in. I mean, you keep your fats reasonably high, but remember that 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. So, you don't want too many fats, because it means you've had a lot more calories. Fats, I have peanut butter. I buy it in bulk. I get it from Amazon I get like a kilo for like £5, $4.99. Avocados, brilliant source of fat. Eggs, I have a lot of eggs. I wouldn't say a lot, I'd say about 3 or 4 a day. And they are high in protein, high in fats. You can just use the whites if you just want the protein. You can use both if you want a bit of fat in there as well. They're a great source of protein and fat. What other fats would I say I eat? So I've got my avocados, my peanut butter, my eggs, olive oil every now and again, but because it's a liquid and it's so high in calories, you have like a tablespoon and it's like 120 calories. It's just not worth it. Like, I could eat like 2 apples for that. Do you know what I mean? And I'm literally using a tablespoon of olive oil. Fish oils, get yourself some omega-3 tablets. You can get them from Asda. Get those in. They've actually got calories in them, believe them or not. I'd say about 15 grams of 15 calories per tablet, or maybe 2 tablets, 15 calories. And that will be about it for the 3 main macronutrients. Now, and where you can get them in a supermarket in England. The last macronutrient that, sorry, I'm rambling here. The last nutrient that you really want is fiber. Fiber fills you up. It's a great nutrient that transports the protein. It regulates your digestive system, etc. Fiber is brilliant. You can get it in, it's reasonably high in the pastas and the rice that you have. Just look on the back of the packets. If you look on the back of the packets, you can't go wrong. That is literally my mentality. Look on the back of the packets, get yourself some weighing scales. If you don't know, if you're eating the whole packet, then it's fine because you know exactly how much is in there. But if you're only eating, say for example, you buy some wafer thin chicken and you get 400 grams per packet, you're not good at, well, you could eat it all at once. It's very doable, but you're more than likely going to spread it out over a couple of days, 2 or 3 days. Get yourself some weighing scales. They cost like under a tenner. Digital ones. Put your packet on, put a plate on there, put the stuff on, put it to naught, put the stuff on. 100 grams of chicken, 100 calories. Do you know what I mean? That's how easy it is. Once you've kind of got a rough, I have my weighing scales out all the time, so I always weigh literally everything. But that's reasonably anal. It's a bit, tedious. But they're out there all the time. It's not like I keep having to get the weighing scales out. It's very easy for me to do, just to put a plate on and weigh everything that I eat. If you don't have time to do that, I would suggest buying the weighing scales and using them for a week. Use them for a week and measure literally everything, and then you kind of get a rough estimate of what, portion size. So you take 100 grams of this wafer thin chicken, you kind of look at it and think, yeah, that's probably about 100 grams. If you're not going to be doing it all the time, you see, because you're not going to have your scales on you all the time, and obviously you need to eat. It's all about being prepared, but just make sure that you're keeping. It's all about the calories at the end of the day. You need to make sure that you watch your calories if you're cutting. You need to make sure you're watching your calories if you're trying to build muscle, if you're bulking. It's just as detrimental. If you cut your calories too much, you'll lose muscle. If you bump your calories up too much, you'll gain fat. So it's, there's a real fine line between trying to get that perfect amount. Keep your eye on your weight. Measure yourself regularly. I weighed in today. I'll show you that later. 182 pounds. I'm near enough stuck there, to be honest. I can't get under that at the moment. I've been talking about, I'm going on holiday in 2 weeks, and I've been talking about when I come back from holiday, depending on the weight I am. So if I'm around 182 pounds, then I'm going to do a lean bulk. If I'm over 182 pounds, which could happen, say 185, 186, I'm not going to put on that much weight, I will diet for a month, just slowly. And if I'm below 182 pounds, then I'll definitely do a lean bulk. But my calories, I reckon my maintenance is about 2,700, 2,800 calories. So I'm going to be eating no more than 3,000, 3,100 calories a day. And I'm going to be watching my weight like an absolute maniac. I don't want to put fat on. I used to be reasonably chubby, and I don't want to be. I lost a lot of weight and then I bulked up again. Oh, well, I won't say I bulked. I've never actually bulked before. This would be the first time that the muscle mass that I've got on me at the moment is literally through me going to the gym for the last 3 or 4 years and not really know what I'm doing, but still obviously building some muscle, but not the amount that I should have been doing in this period of time that I've been doing. You know, training for 3 or 4 years. I don't look like I have been. You know what I mean? I need to. I know that for a fact that if I can do a 6-month lean bulk, I can keep try and keep the fat down in terms of putting on fat. And if I can get up to, say, if I'm 182 pounds now, and if I get up to, say, 195 pounds or 100 or 200, for example, in 6 months, that's £1.50, £2 a month, £2 a month. But I'm hoping that most of it will be muscle gains, because at the intensity that I work out, it should be. I'm hoping that most of it should be muscle gains. But then obviously I'll do a cut again. But I don't want to have to cut for too long. This time I've been cutting for like 5 months. It's just too long. I don't want to get to that stage where I have to cut for 5 months. I want to be able to cut for 2 or 3 months and be sorted. So yeah, that's about it really. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe. Please like this video, and I hope it helps you. Cheers, man. See you later.